Hello, my music kittens. This is Ari Sharm, and today I'm having a very intriguing question. Do you like paradoxes? Because the hero of today's interview is actually all about them. You will now understand why. By day, he works in the women's prison as a psychologist, and by night, he already performing on the one of the biggest hip hop festivals. Oh, and how could I forget? Actually, he also manifested his way onto this very stage. Just one morning, he decided he wants to perform there, and he did. Meet Cinnay, where music, hustle, and hypnotic beats collide. Let's unravel this man behind the music, guys. Press play. Starten se om luchten vullen meer wie jongens staan. Het universum geeft me signs on die wijs die wie zo. Ik was in mijn witte lopen, het is een shalano. Want je hij is daar niet spoot of het ben jullie los. Let's say we're gonna break a little bit the cliché and start our interview with something warm. It's about to finish the autumn. And what was the warmest thing that happened to you in November that warmed your heart?
This November, when I had the opportunity to be on stage in Bern with my friend Native. He told me that I can come and play 2 songs, and it was a sold-out show, and it was a great experience. There were so many people. I was really nervous, and he had his birthday the same day, so we all sang for him, and his family came out with a birthday cake, and it was like a really warm experience. So much love and friendship, and it was a good time, yeah.
But you said you were nervous for what? Since you have such a big experience in music and on the stage.
I'm always nervous for concerts because I always want to do the best I can. I'm really, how can I say that? I'm really hard with myself. So I have like a positive, nervous mindset, you know? It's not that I'm like scared to be on stage, but I just want to go out and do my thing. And I'm always nervous, especially if I know that there's like many people. And it was not my show, it was Native's concert. So it's always difficult if you have to come out and perform if it's not your own concert. So it's been a long time I've not performed in front of so many people.
How many there was?
600.
600?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that was a
much.
lot. Yeah.
Did you get more subscriptions after that concert on the Instagram?
I'm not sure. I mean, like, there's like many people who listen to Native's music that also listen to my music. Of course, I'm not that big yet. I don't have an audience like he does. But many people already knew my music or heard about me because we also have many songs together. So I wouldn't say that I have like more followers after that, but I had like some great feedbacks and people appreciated that I came out, and they didn't expect me to perform that day.
Yeah, it was a surprise.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, you acted like a real friend. It's very cool. Now let's look back in the past, very far in the past. And I want you to remember not just the moment, but the feeling where you understood that music means in your life. Maybe it was the first time you touched the guitar, you played some accords and you felt somebody in your body. Or it was a melody that brought you shivers and you understood that this is the very point of no return.
It's difficult to name like a certain moment, but I would say there was always music around me when I grew up because my mother always used to listen to music like very loudly when she was like in the kitchen or when we were just like at home, and she always has like some lounge music in the background. So there was always music where anytime, you know. And also I have an older brother, and he always told me to come in his room, and then he showed me the latest music he was listening to, and he had like a big subwoofer. So I always remember when he told me to come to his room and showed me some new music, and I was always like, yeah, I love this music, it's so cool, because he was like the older brother, like my idol, you know. So I remember watching the Thriller music video from Michael Jackson. And this was like a crazy moment for me because I was like, damn, this is like crazy. The whole video, the whole aesthetic, the whole artistry. And I always knew I wanted to do something with music because I was always dancing ever since I was a kid. There's like videos when I was like 2 or 3 years old and I was dancing. I was not even able to walk. I was dancing already, trying to hold me somewhere and dance, you know. So music was always very important for me.
Can we say that it was very Michael Jackson that actually influenced you to project yourself on the stage?
I would say Michael Jackson is an important person in my life ever since I was a kid. He always had this very perfect aspect in what he was doing. And I really took this for myself too. So I'm really hard with myself and my music, and I always try to do the best I can with the best people around me. Try to create something timeless and create music like in a world where music is like really fast consumed. It's hard for me to speak in English.
I understand, like
I'm trying my best.
timeless.
Yeah, we
Michael
really
Jackson
try
had
to
it.
create some music that is not like not trendy music. We just try to make music with passion and love, like music that lasts, you know.
What I adore that when you speak about music, you always use we.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand because yes, you have a label. It's been years you creating it, but it's not very often that we would hear an artist speaking from we and not us. Even though I ask you personal questions, have you danced this when
Yeah, I
you?
used to have a game on the Nintendo Wii, a Michael Jackson Just Dance game. So that's why there's like videos in the morning in the pajama where I was already dancing to the Michael Jackson songs. Um, yeah, of course, I knew the dance, and I started dancing hip hop when I was 8, until I was like 17, 18. Later, I was hanging out with the b-boys, with the breakdance community, and at the same time, I was a skater. I always loved skateboarding too, so I was always really into street art.
And you had a very interesting episode in your life when you came to the concert of your favorite band, and out of all of the fans, you were chosen to come on the stage. Out of all these thousand people, you were giving the microphone, and you were allowed by your idols, I think, from this band to freestyle. And eventually, of course, you freestyled something very cool. And I wonder, what did you feel the moment where you got this microphone? You had a
Yeah.
triumph, or you were shocked?
Like there was not like thousands of people, but like it was a sold out show, and these were like my idols from like Swiss German rap music. You know, they were like the best ones. They still are. It's a native and Dawil. They had like a crew back then called SOS, and their DJ had like a problem with the technique. So like it didn't work anymore, and it was like silent in the club, and they were like, what are we gonna do now? And they started like they were like, yeah, somebody can come up and freestyle, and we're gonna beatbox to it. And then it was like in Dudingen, it's like 10 minutes from Moorten. It's actually like hometown, you know. And everybody was like, yeah, Cinnay, he's a rapper, he can come on the stage, he can come up. And I was like, okay, it's my moment, I have to do it. And it was like meant to be, because I had no choice at this point, you know. I just had to go on stage and do it. And that was actually the first time I met them. And today we have like many songs together. We really became friends, and it's like it was a special moment to me because I've dreamed of this, you know. It was like a crazy moment, yeah.
How did you fall asleep back then at night? You were feeling, now I'm a rock star. Everybody in Dudingen and
No,
Moorten should know me. Or you were thinking like, what just happened?
it was just a start, you know. It was one of many puzzle pieces. I feel like if you start creating, or if you want to start a music or art career, every little step is like a piece of the puzzle, you know. And every step is important, even if it's just baby steps, you know. So to me, it was like, yeah, I have the validation that I actually know how to rap, and people like really liked what I was doing, and Native and Dawil also were like, yeah, it was cool. You know how to rap. You got the skills. So to me, it was like a validation at the same time, like a motivation to keep going, because it like proved that people actually can like what I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you slept well.
I would say so. Yeah. It's been a long time ago.
I
I
don't
was
remember.
like, I was like 17, I think. Yeah.
That's the thing. It's something shocking. Imagine you were thinking about Michael Jackson, and suddenly huge concert of your idols happens, and you're on the stage performing, and this must be so many emotions.
Yeah, it was a crazy moment. It was so spontaneous, you know, because I would not have had that opportunity if the technique was working during the whole show. They really had like the technical issues, and that's why I had the opportunity to go on stage, you know.
Since then, many years have passed, and you've released many albums, and you also have transformed. And if we look back at your early works like Ingedwu, sorry for my German, one of your earliest tracks is Ingedwu. How do you spell it in German? Nein, sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Can you repeat it?
Ingedwu. It's translated.
Irgendwo, of course.
Irgendwo.
Okay, irgendwo. Yeah, yeah.
Irgendwo.
Über die Stadt mit den Brüdern. Hand ins Feuer für das Leben würde ich blüten. Komme nie mehr ab von der Woche. Der Weg ist Ziel, der Turm holt sich langsam auf.
And if we compare it to the way you sound, your vocal sound now, we hear the difference. It feels like now your voice became, when you rap, when you sing, softer, higher, and more recognizable. We know,
Yeah.
that's Cinnay. And my question is, was it your conscious rebranding of your voice, or it's changed naturally because you grow older?
I would say it's all natural, because with the years, you really work on your own craft, and you start working on your vocal performance. You try new things in the studio. You have more concert life experience. Your voice changes with the age. I mean, when I started rapping first, I had like a higher voice, and now my voice got a little deeper too, you know?
No, that's the thing, Yannick, that when I listen to your music, it's completely different. It feels like earlier works you were singing just like the way you speak now, speaking now.
Okay.
And now it became cloudier, it became like something special. You know, it's Cinnay, as I told you, and I feel it's something interesting in
Yeah,
this.
I see what you mean. I mean, I would say I always had a big vocal range. I also took some singing lessons. Actually, a crazy story. I took my very first official singing lesson like a couple months ago.
Ah, no way.
Yeah, I used to take one back then, and the singer teacher told me that I had like a huge range of my vocals, you know, like really high. Not very, very low, but like pretty high, you know. But at this first singing lesson, I went there in the morning. It was like 8 a.m.
And when you speak, it's the sexiest voice in the morning. You speak.
Yeah, of course. But I didn't even eat before, so I went there, and she told me to like do some exercises so for the breath control and stuff like this. And I was like feeling a little dizzy. I was like, I don't know, I have to drink something. Like a couple seconds later, I was like, I have to sit down for a while. And then I really just passed out. I really had, because I was really not used to doing these breath exercises, you know? And I was like, damn, I don't feel good. And then I was like talking to her at the same time. And also it was the first time she saw me in person. We never met before. And I was like going on the floor, and I was like, I have to lay down for a second.
She must
And
been
then
shocked.
I passed out for like, I don't know, 30 seconds and came back. And I was like, whoa, I just like couldn't, I lost it, you know? And then we just kept going, and it was like a crazy experience because it was like early in the morning. She never met me before. My first singing lesson, and I just passed out, you know? It's like
She must have been shocked.
yeah, it was really crazy experience. But I should take more lessons. But to get back to your question, I would say with the years, you really start evolving and try new things. And it was at this point where I had my own home studio, and I had the mic in my room and the computer and all of it. when I really started like doing new experiments, that was like the point where I had no pressure to record, because if you always have someone who's recording you, or if you have to pay for studio sessions, you're always like stressed out because you just want to finish a song, and yeah, you don't feel that free because maybe you don't know the people, and you're under pressure, you know. So if you really find yourself all alone in the studio at home, you can really try new things and like experiment with your voice, and maybe try something really weird too, you know. Or maybe you're like, ah, that's actually cool, or there's like a color in the voice that you never heard before of yourself, and you really get to know yourself a little better, you know.
What are your little features of your stage of Cinnay that you consider as your personal idea? Something that is Cinnay, people would say.
I would say there's many things
What are?
because we never tried to be like someone else. I would say I just always dress the way I like, and I hate seeing someone wearing the same outfit I do. Like if I see someone wearing the same shoes or the same jacket I have, I don't want it anymore, you know.
Good, I didn't wear a hoodie brown today.
So yeah, that's like one thing about me, and at the same time, I would say it's my face, like my mâchoire. I don't know how you say that.
Mustache.
No, the
Chin?
mâchoire,
Chin.
the chin. Yeah,
Chin.
exactly. Because I had the, how can I shortcut that? I had the chance to like do the whole operation to like get my chin on the, because my chin is in the front, it should be in the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I decided to keep it that way because I had the chance to make like the whole operation and cut it back then, put it back, take
The braces.
appareil dentaire, the braces,
Braces,
exactly. I had the chance to take the braces. Just the braces would not have been enough because my teeth would have retaken the same position as they
Okay.
had before. So actually the only chance I had was like cutting my chin and
To make
put
a whole
it back. Yeah,
operation,
exactly.
yeah.
And it would have taken like 5 years, you know.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm just gonna keep it because it's my identity, it's myself. And nowadays, I feel like it's overrated to have straight and perfect teeth, you know. I can understand if somebody doesn't like it. Like, it's really, like, not something you're used to see because nowadays, almost everyone has perfect teeth. But I was like, this face, the way it is, also has an influence on the way I speak, the way I say a
Pronounce.
word, you know, I pronounce the words. So I feel like this is just 100% Cinnay. And I kept it that way. And I have to embrace my flaws, you know. So it took me. Sometimes I'm still like, I don't know. It doesn't look good. It's ugly. Or sometimes I really struggle with that. I have to be honest. But that's also the reason I wanted to do like the grills, you know.
Grills.
Yeah,
you,
because
you wear or you won't. You wear. You're wearing
that's
them.
the reason. That's the reason I wanted to do grills too, because I was like, I have to decorate my flaws, you know. Assume it.
Hyperbolize. Yeah, make it even not absurd, but make it even more noticeable. Yeah,
exactly.
put it to the maximum. It's so cool.
Yeah, that was the idea behind it. So I would say this is like a Cinnay thing. Some people really like to make fun of it. Some people
Really?
like to put some stupid comments on YouTube with some gifs and stuff. But it's just me, you know.
You know, once a little story that according to physiology of the face, when we speak about features of the face that speak about character, the chin that is very noticeable means that the person is very straightforward. He is a workaholic. He will break himself but gain his goal. It's a sign of a very strong personality, actually.
Okay.
Vroeger als Schüler, dit zijn wat die C-klas. Starspeler, baby, voor hem go gets geen baas. Ga nu met zo'n baby zijn homie, you do wees dat. Op iets smachen wie die jongeren werd zeevag.
It's almost 2 years has Switzerland has won the Eurovision, and it was the singer Nemo. Do you know him personally?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, and did he change in comparison to the way he was before and after becoming a presenter on Eurovision?
Yeah, I feel like he's being himself 100% now. He was always, how could I say that? He was not like a 100% like in his purest form, you know.
Before the contest or...
No, yeah, before. I feel like now he's really just expressing himself the way he wants to be, you know.
And he has always been.
Yeah. But he was never maybe able to show it that way or
no
to express it that way.
Do you think that the way he is exposed, I mean, wearing women's dresses and manicure, it's his personal choice, or it was for the Eurovision kind of a political gesture from Switzerland?
I don't think so. I think it's 100% him, yeah. Because he really tried to push boundaries, and Switzerland really has this tendency also to be very queer positive, you know. So it basically represents a certain community of Switzerland, I think, yeah. But I wouldn't say that it was like a political decision, because he also used this platform to say things that had like a political impact. And like Switzerland was not like co-signing some things he said in public. He really had this rebel attitude while he was doing all these things, you know. So I would say he was just doing what he wanted to do, 100%. Also, he also produced the song by himself.
The one that he was singing there.
Yeah, of course he had some help, but he's like a great musician. He's like very creative producer. So this is also a special thing about him, like for participating at the Eurovision and producing his song by himself.
But do you think the fame he got, it's something that he wanted, and how did it influence and impact him personally?
I didn't speak to him for some time. I saw him at the Swiss Music Awards. We exchanged a couple words. And I get to know him before all these things happened, you know. That was like in 2020 or even 2019 or before that, you know. And there was like a long phase where he was like not making or releasing any music. He really took time to develop himself in a different way and come with a whole new creative direction. So I think it's a crazy time for him right now, and it doesn't have to be easy always, I think, to handle.
I believe.
Yeah, because he has a lot of success now, but like he's a great musician, so he really deserves that. Yeah.
Well, let's say they come from authorities and they say, Yannick, we want you to perform Switzerland on Eurovision. You will be in the finals, it's guaranteed. You will get the fame, it's guaranteed. Regular concerts, everything. But you have to change your style, maybe even to dresses. And what would be your reaction?
I would never do something I don't want to do, because that's what I was always doing. I only did music I also love myself. I never tried to make music for somebody else, and I never tried to make music like with the hope that it's gonna go mainstream or that it's gonna perform or that it's gonna be played in the radio. I was always doing what I liked, and I wouldn't do something I don't like, because it loses his whole sense, you know. So I wouldn't do it. I mean, I'm always open to like have an evolution, like artistically, but it has to make sense, and I have to want it. I don't want to do something against my will. Yeah.
Let's fucking go! Ich komm mit Dobermann, Affe, Orangutan, Augen wie der Genghis Khan, Tattoos auf dem Oberarm.
Can you imagine? The other day I was training in my gym and I heard your song playing.
In your dream?
In my gym.
Okay.
In my dream,
your gym.
yeah, maybe, but it was more realistic.
In your gym, okay.
Yeah.
What gym? What gym?
What gym? I will not make an advertisement for
Okay.
them now.
But they played it. They played it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was playing.
Yeah.
And you know, all the sportsmen, sportswomen around, I looked at them, and to be honest, I really felt an impulse. I wanted to say, I know this guy. I had so much proud for you
No
because I know
way.
you in person. And what is a success for you? Is it when your songs are being played from here, there, everywhere? Or for you, it would be enough if a woman would text you saying, Cinnay, your music changed my life, and it would be enough for you?
Of course, that's beautiful, but I would say success is not like all these side effects. Success is like a mentality. It's like something you have inside of yourself, and you carry it all day, and you just like it's the whole aura you have, like everything you share with the people, and I feel like success is something you live every day. You wake up, you're happy with your life, you feel good. This is success to me because I mean, if you're famous, if you have millions of streams, but you're unhappy with your life, it doesn't mean anything, you know? So I think success is not like numbers or like people coming to your shows. All these things are replaceable. It's about how you feel about what you're doing. Are you happy with your craft, with your art, with what you do? And do you like what you do? Do you have like good people around you that support you, that have your back? So I feel like success is, to me, it's more like what your life is about, you know. And if you're happy, for example, with an album, and you like the music you did, you like the outcome, the music videos, all these things, that's the best. It's the most important thing. If you like it and you're happy with it, you're successful.
But on the scale from 0 to 10, how do you evaluate your career now, success in your career?
I would say if you want to define success that is like measurable, it could be the fact that you like sell out a show. For example, if you have people buying your tickets to the show, this is like the numbers success to me. If you have people, if you have a community from people who come to your show, who buy your merchandise, who buy your vinyls, people that really support you. This is like the only real success I would define. All these numbers, it's just virtual. Nowadays, we just compare ourselves to other artists, to other numbers actually. We don't even compare ourselves to other artists or to different music. We just compare numbers nowadays. So all these things are replaceable. If Spotify decides, or Apple Music, if they decide to remove all the numbers, we are all the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So art is not about numbers. Art is about what it makes people feel like. It's about the exchange. It's about the community, society, and it's about moving people.
You touched the topic about your social work, and I think your case is one of the unique cases actually in the music industry, because social work takes much time and space in your life. Not many of you know, but Cinnay works in the prison. And moreover, you help mostly women to find themselves. What does motivate you in this work, since it takes, I believe, much of emotional resources?
I mean, music or art is actually also kind of social work, you know, and it demands a lot of creativity. And the work I do with the young women is really intense. Also, they have crazy stories, and sometimes, of course, it hits you hard, you know, and you're like, damn, I really have had a great environment when I grew up. I had like parents taking care of me. I have a family that is here for me, you know. And of course, as I said before, it's a hard job, but it's really important, and it gives me a lot of inspiration. And also, it demands, as I said, a lot of creativity, and this is what I love to do. I love to be spontaneous. I love to be creative in what I do. Sometimes you have to try different things with these people to find a way.
You mean psychological, the way they approach you?
Yeah, because
speak?
these people, they really disconnected to a normal life rhythm. For example, they don't get up in the morning. They don't make anything with their day. For example, they don't go to school, or they don't go to work. They didn't even finish school. They don't know many things maybe about hygiene, or maybe they don't even have like a good or positive image from male people around them, or like a difficult relation with their fathers. So we can really do like an important job there and be there for these people, listen to them, and try to help them and try to reintegrate them to a normal life.
What motivates you is kind of you fix the wings of women.
That's what we try to do. That's what we try to do. Of course, they don't stay at this place for too long. They stay there for like 3 months, and we try to do our best to support them and be there for them. They also have a psychologist where they can meet, or like a body therapist, and they also have school there, and they also have a place where they can work. For example, in the kitchen, or in the jardinerie. I don't know how you say that.
The garden?
The gardenery. I don't know how you say that. So yeah, they really have the chance to try different things, and also have a supportive environment, you know. So it really gives me a lot, because it's a, how can I say, it's a beautiful work to be done, you know, because you can have an impact on somebody's life at this point. And it's beautiful to see, for example, when they arrive, they don't want to talk to anyone, and they like hate everyone, and like the word is the worst thing, you know. And with time, you can really see that they develop themselves and they change. They start opening up, they start talking to you, they start actually liking spending time with you, and to exchange. So you also have to keep a professional distance with these people. But it's really great to see how much impact you can have in a short time.
If I understood, you didn't have special education for that, of psychology school.
I did.
Yeah, for that.
I did a school for that, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
In any of your songs, is there any one where you put the stories of these women somehow?
Not yet, but of course, there's a lot of inspiration. I mean, also some words I hear there,
They use vocabulary.
like professional vocabulary, I can't use in my songs. For example, I have one song that is called Krise, Intervention und Prominenz. And in English, it means intervention of crisis, because that's what we do there. And being famous, prominence. So in this song, I actually kind of speak about the fact that I always live between two worlds, you know. So sometimes it really gives me some crazy words I can't use in my music. And also it gives me inspiration and makes myself being grateful about my life and about what I have and about my family and all the things I have in my life these people maybe didn't have, you know.
Not only you work with women, you also work with kids.
Yes.
If to think, like if you look back yourself, do you realize how much you do? To me, it seems something very crazy, especially rap singer that works in the prison and plus with kids. Do you show to kids your music? Do you dare to show such honest people as kids to perform them your creativity?
No, I really prefer separating these two words. In a professional context, I don't show the kids what I do. But for example, during vacation, they have an offer where you can take some songwriting workshops and go to the studio. That's what I did with kids many times. I taught them how to write a song and help them out to find rhymes
Crazy.
and stuff. And then we went to the studio and all of the kids recorded a verse they did.
Well, you know what I think? I think the best songs in music history, each one should be having a choir of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you must think first one that comes. It's I think Pink Floyd. We
They did
don't
that,
need
yeah.
more education, and there is kids
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
background.
yeah.
And I believe that it's one of the keys to a very successful song.
That's actually true. That's actually true. And of course, sometimes if I speak about music with the young people, it always helps because I'm still a little younger than most of the social workers, and it helps to understand what they listen to, and you understand the slang, you understand things they like and why they like it. So it always helps, and music also helps. Yeah.
Do you think that by helping others, by helping those who are in need of support and attention, we compensate something we ourselves didn't have enough in our past?
I'd say this is not the right motivation to do this kind of job. I think you really have to be able to take distance from this kind of work setting too, and you really have to be psychological stable. You know what I mean? You really have to. If you do this kind of job and you have like so much trauma in your life you didn't work on growing up, you're gonna have a hard time, you know. So I feel like I'm able to give this and share this because I had it, you know, because I had a childhood, because I had the support, and I kind of want to give back something. But I always had this like aspect to take care of people and be there for people, listen to people, and it was always a part of me. And I feel like many people have that inside of them. So it's like a really trendy. It became a trendy job to do social works, and I never knew what I wanted to do in life. So I just found something where I can live creativity and being spontaneous, you know, and also do something for our society and do something that really creates an impact for people. The same thing I do with music and art, you know. So we kind of have the same sense.
Idea at the
Yeah.
basic of that.
The principles are basically the same, yeah. If I think about it.
Draait snel, ja. Auf der Suche nach mir selber, hab ich mein Ziel verfolgt. Ich hab alles an, was ich haben wollte, aber irgendetwas fehlt.
In one of your interviews, you were saying about manifesting. And it's incredible that you've manifested the scene in your life and you got it. You've manifested performing on one of the biggest hip-hop festivals in the world, Frauenfeld, and you got it. And how do you manifest? Is it like you're sitting and you imagine the feeling? You feel, I want like the crowd clapping you, singing the songs with you, or it's just a sentence that you put in your head and you repeat it day by day?
I would say it's more like a visual manifestation, which means I always imagine myself stepping out on stage. Or if I know, for example, that I'm going to play somewhere, I just imagine myself doing it, like taking the mic. Maybe sometimes it's good if I know what the location looks like, because if I can like see a picture or I see what it looks like, I can really see myself doing it, and I try to imagine it. But what I do, often is like affirmations, for example. So I just before I go to sleep, I just say thank you, for example, that my album touches the public that wants to. No, I don't say thank you that it's gonna do this. I say like it already happened.
In present moment.
Yeah.
I release Supernova and it touches thousands like people, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I never use numbers in these kind of affirmations, but I always say like thank you that my album, for example, touched the people that needed it at this time, for example.
Did somebody teach you these mechanisms, let's say, or it something came by nature through?
I would say my mother always taught me these kind of things, yeah. But I found my own way doing it, you know. So ever since I was a kid, she always taught me how to do these kind of things, and she was like, try it out, try it out.
But strange to say it in this way, but mom was right.
Yeah, I mean.
But what I want to know is that since you already got a connection with the universe, let's say, what is your next manifestation to the universe if you are ready to share?
I feel like you shouldn't tell too much about what you're gonna do, you know, in the future. And actually, at this point, I already had like all these measurable success things in my life. I already had them. For example, Frauenfeld or all these things you mentioned before. These were like my life goals to go there, you know. I was like, if I get to play there, I got it all, you know. So at this point, I'm just having fun, and my only manifestation I have right now is that I can keep doing what I love, and that I can keep loving what I love to do.
That's
that
great.
I can keep the fire and the passion of doing it, because this is the most important thing about creating. If you do art, if you love creating, and you keep that fire and passion inside of yourself, other people are gonna feel it too, you know.
Like butterflies to the light.
Yeah, exactly. So this is kind of the most important thing when you're creating something. And this is the only thing I manifest right now. I don't have to think about anything else, because all these material things or all these numbers, that's just a side effect of what you reflect in the world, you know.
Since we touched the topic of spirituality, let's imagine that in the room comes a creator and he asks you, Yannick, you can ask me any question you want, I will answer to you. Would it be something global, or you would ask something personal?
Who would respond to all of my questions?
The creator.
The creator, okay.
You know the guy.
Oh, yeah, I get what you mean. I think the question I'm most scared about in life is the fact that we all don't know what's gonna happen, like when we're not here anymore. So I feel like we put all our efforts in life, and we put so much feelings and love in something, and we don't know if it's gonna last, or we don't know what's gonna happen after. So I would like to know what's gonna happen, like when we're not here anymore. So this is like the question I really be interested in, you know. But at the same time, I feel like we don't have to know. We just have to keep going, and things gonna happen or things are not gonna happen, you know. So yeah, this is like the only question I would like to know. I don't want to know about my future. I don't want to know about anything. I just want to keep living and being able to feel, because many people out there maybe feel unhappy with their life or with what they're doing, or many people out there are not able to feel love or even like sadness. And I feel like feeling something is the most precious thing about life.
Great.
Yes.
That's all, Yannick.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for your openness, your honesty, your richness of what you think, and being ready to share it with the world.
Es geht nie um mich und es geht auch nie um Love. Sie liebt sich noch nicht, aber das raubt ihr